Been Taco Forever. Welcome to my live stream. Before I get into today's live stream, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take a moment to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up, and if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. If you like my channel and find my content helpful, take a moment to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way, YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. Um, if you like my content or find my content useful, take a moment to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way, YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. Today, I'm about to do the live stream. Today, I just want to sit and just vibe with y'all for a while. You know, this is my only night off this week. It's my only night off from my night job. And I think I take the time to do a live stream. Like I said, I'm going to do a lot of random live streams. And here's me doing another live stream, you know, and vibe out. But today's topic is just random topics that I'm interested in on Instagram that I want to share my thoughts on. So that's what we're doing for the next hour. You know, random topics from Instagram, share my thoughts. You know what I mean? So I'm about to go on Instagram. Let me see. Let me see this. What in the world? I want to start by saying, you know, I like the way things going for me. You know, I came up with a goal of how much overtime I want to achieve every week, and so far, that goal is going as planned. That goal is really coming together as planned. So I just want to thank God for that. Like that means a lot to me. That you know that I got things going that way. Mm. And this is an article I can relate to. Woman says tipping isn't mandatory after restaurant staff asked her to leave a tip. I don't owe you shit. That's just in her words. I don't owe you shit. She said, and which is respectfully, I totally agree with because waiters, you chose that job. You chose a job to pay you less than minimum wage. You know what I mean? So I feel that it should be optional whether customers tip or not. We shouldn't walk into a restaurant at the bottom. Do you want to tip? Do you want to leave a donation and all that kind of stuff? That should not be on the register or on the receipt. You know what I mean? It should be optional if people want to tip or not. That's just my opinion. It should be optional. Y'all see how y'all feel about it. Woman says tipping isn't mandatory after restaurant staff pushed her to leave a tip. She admits the service and food were good, but still chose not to tip. She even said, "I don't owe you." Now I definitely would have left a tip, but not a big tip. Not no like they got on the receipts where you got to leave 10% of the bill and all this whatnot. I wouldn't be doing none of that. You know what I mean? I left a tip, but not the kind of tip they were looking for. I mean, just in my opinion. Oh shoot! Wow. And stuff like this I find crazy. I want to show it first before I share my thoughts on it. Man confronts his wife of 11 years after finding her on Tinder. After finding her profile on Tinder. Wow. Now, my question is this. For you to know she's active, how did you find out your wife was active on Tinder? Considering after more than a decade of marriage, a man confronted his wife when he allegedly found her active on Tinder. Now, how did he find her active on Tinder? Did a friend or a family member or a co-worker come and say, "Hey man, isn't this your wife on Tinder?" I mean, how did he find out that she was active on Tinder? That would be the first question on my mind. You know what I mean? Okay, you know, that would be the first and foremost question. How did you find out I was active on Tinder? Cause that means because most of these dating sites, you have to be active in order to see others that are active and near you. You know what I mean? You can't just go out there and scroll through without making a profile. They make you make a profile. So how did he find out his wife was active on Tinder? That's a good point. But after 11 years of being married and she active on Tinder, that means somebody ain't doing something right. And I won't say it's a man because that's what they always say. Oh, the man ain't doing this right, the man ain't doing that right, etc., etc., etc. Women do mess up as well. Women mess up in relationship just like men mess up in relationship. Just that simple. Wow. America retired a penny. Yes, the last penny will be minted today. And y'all see the articles I'm sharing my thoughts on. The last penny will be minted today. The last penny in the world, the very last penny. After 2,025 years, the last penny is being minted today. That is just saying that American money is losing value. Why they getting rid of the penny? The American money is losing value. I've been saying this for a long time. That's why they're trying to come up with debit cards and prepaid cards and all these different apps like Cash Out, Chime, and so forth and so forth. Because American money is losing value. The bitcoins, et cetera, stock. That's why all they're coming out because American money is losing value every single day. Why is it every other country their money is double American money? You go to Barbados with 5 million, that's $10 million in Barbados. Every country money is double than what it is in America. That's going on for a reason. That is going on for a reason. Let me see what else up here. Oh man, that Snow Carter B got a song on her album featuring Young Jeezy and Lotto. Then this is when I got to hear it. I rock the Snowman Heaven, and this is one track I need to hear right here. This is one song I need to hear. Carter B done when it got Jeezy on the track. I ain't too crazy about Lotto, but Jeezy, yeah, I got to hear that. I got to hear that. You know what I mean? Trap of the year. Yeah, I got to hear that. I got to hear that, man. I know that song will be pressure. Carter B featuring Young Jeezy and Lotto. Lotto come through with some bars, but I'm more interested in what Jeezy rap about on that. I'm more interested in what Jeezy rap about. Mm, mm. This big one, I'm trying to find articles that I want to share my thoughts on. Let me see. I want to. I'm gonna say that for a YouTube video. Mm. Yeah, this one of the posts that caught my attention. You know what I mean? This one of the posts that really caught my attention, and I feel the same way. If you ain't getting money about your issue, this is what I'm gonna be. It says I'm gonna be on Do Not Disturb and hard to reach all 2026. Like for real, it's all about being on the grind and moving forward. Like not staying at the same place forever, ever, ever. I like this post. Like I really like this post. I'm gonna be on Do Not Disturb and hard to reach all 2026. But instead of just doing all 2026, do it for the rest of your life. Because sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta cut people off and deal with people from a distance. That's not on what you want. You know what I mean? That's something we have to do in order to succeed and progress in life the way that we need to. These are things that are much needed. Those are things that are much needed because you could have goals and dreams while the ones around you still at the same standstill. You could be the one saving money for future goals you have in mind. And then got a bunch of people around you that want you to dip into that money that you had saved for your goals and dreams down the road. You know what I mean? So I can relate to this post. I understand that post to the fullest. I understand that post to the fullest right there. Yes, I definitely rock with that. Wow, yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's one thing we don't do, man. We don't do the gay jokes, bro. We do not do the gay jokes. Mm-hmm. 232 years, the U.S. Mint has ended production of the penny after 232 years. After 232 years, America has stopped making the penny. America has stopped making the penny. Wow. Wow. I think that's an old article. That's a good question. If Trump could run again in 2028, would you vote for him? Because he can't run against an old law. I don't know the old law, but I do know there's an old law he can use to run again for a third term. You know what I mean? He done spoke on it many times before. Just I haven't took the time to look into it. Really don't care about it. But I'm just curious for anybody to come to chat whenever you drop in. If Trump could run for a third term, would you vote for him? You know what I mean? And keep in mind, some people say no when they know it's really a yes. When the time to come vote, they gonna vote for him. Keep that in mind as well. We don't see that a lot. Oh, I like that post too. No such thing as tea on me. I do what the I want to. That's a real. When you grown, this is how you think. When you're grown, that's how you think. No such thing as tea on me. I do what the I want. And that's what comes with being grown. That's a privilege you have of being grown. You do what you want. What the? They've been there for a long time and ain't no results yet. Northwest shows off her new finger piercing. Northwest has new finger piercing. Whoever allowing her to do this stuff need their butt with, dude. Look at this. Do you see that? Do you see that? Whoever Kim Kardashian need her butt with. Kanye West need a come on, bro. This is something you let your daughter do. This is what you let your daughter do. Hmm. A ring going through your finger. Come on, man. These celebrities starting all kind of trends, and there be people out here dumb enough to follow these same trends that these children started. You know what I mean? That just wild to me. Somebody just put it in cease of this nonsense that she's doing. Oh wow. I might turn this to a YouTube video, or I might just leave it as an Instagram, as a YouTube video. 12-year-old girl has been arrested and charged with several armed robberies targeting adults in Washington, D.C. A 12-year-old going around D.C. robbing people at 12 years old. At 12 years old, you robbing people. A 12-year-old girl has been arrested and charged in connection with two separate robberies targeting adults in Washington, D.C., which occurred October 5th, 2025, in the northeast section of the city. This happened over a month ago. A 12-year-old going around robbing people in D.C. A 12-year-old. What is this world coming to, boy? You can't blame the parents. Can't blame your parents. Can't. I'm tired of hearing that. Put the blame on the parents, not the parents. Because the parents can't control what their children are doing outside the house. You tell us you go in one place, you go somewhere else. So you can't put the blame on the parents. You got to put the blame on that scene, and you also got to put the blame on the people she hang around. For a 12-year-old to be out there robbing around DC at 12 years old, yes, can't blame the parents. Oh, the parents, the parents. No, 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 no. Can't blame the parents. Blame that child for her actions outside the parents' house. Blame the peers she hang around. Blame the surroundings she is around 24/7 or outside her parents' house. That's what you have to blame for this. 12-year-old was charged with robbing two. What? 12-year-old girl has been arrested and charged with several armed robberies targeting adults in Washington, D.C. Those are some serious charges. Some serious charges for a 12-year-old. 12-year-old, you're not even this preteen. She's not even fully a teen yet, and I would have charged with robbery. A charge that serious? That's something to think about, man. That's something to think about. And it's something to really, really think about. That gotta be a good boy. Look at that. Gotta be a good high. That gotta be a good ass high. That's something you see Wiz Khalif doing. Wiz Khalif could do. I could picture Wiz Khalif doing at a concert, sharing a weed with everybody. I could picture Wiz Khalif doing it at a concert. That would get the whole crowd high right there. Hope it's some good weed, not no nonsense. Nigga sure hit everybody, get all around the room, had the whole room high. I was gonna pay my rent, and then I got high. I was gonna go to school, and then I got high. Then I got high. I was gonna go to work, and then I got high. And then I got high. And then I got high. Man, I know that was a good bonus right there. I know. Yeah, situations like this gonna get somebody hurt. Situations like this gonna get somebody hurt. Gonna get somebody hurt. Let me see if I can do it without the volume on, cause I want to share my thoughts on this. At Fort Dorchester High School, staff reported an autistic student for allegedly having a weapon on switch. It turned out to be a Nintendo Switch gaming console. No weapon was found. Why would a student be going around saying he got a handgun, but it's really a video game console? And what if the cops that came and started shooting first instead of asking questions first? You know what I mean? Like, let me read that article one more. Let me read this article one more time. An incident occurred at Fort Dorchester High School in North Charleston, South Carolina, where a school resource officer (SRO) where a school officer drew his weapon on an autistic student after staff reported that the teen might have a switch, a gun with a switch on it, slang for an illegal firearm converter, which turned out to be a Nintendo Switch gaming console in his hand. They're gonna mess around and get these kids gonna mess around and get hurt. These children gonna mess around and get hurt. And the only one they can blame for their actions for getting them hurt or killed is themselves. I'm telling you, it's themselves. That's the only person gonna be able to blame. Luckily the cop came up, luckily the security came up asking questions and made him get on the ground, you know what I mean, instead of shooting. You know. And I gotta say, oh, you can't see what color. Well, he black. He got on the hoodie, the whole all black everything. Like that's thankful they did not shoot him. I'm thankful this child did not lose his life this day. An artistic child. You know what I mean? An artistic child did not lose his life. Why do you mistake a gaming console for a handgun with a switch on it? I don't get the comparison there. The incident occurred at Fort Dorchester High School in North Charleston, South Carolina, where a school resource officer drew his weapon on an autistic student after staff reported the teen might have a switch, slang for an illegal firearm converter, which turned out to be a Nintendo Switch gaming console. But the key word is might have a gun. It wasn't for certain that the teachers recognized a gun in his possession. They said he might have a gun. But good thing the security of the school how you said the SRO took immediate action. Cause what if you really did have a gun? If you really did have a gun, that would probably have been a bad situation. But luckily it was a Nintendo Switch gaming console in his hand. Luckily. Luckily. Cause what? That could have been an ugly situation. That could have been an ugly situation. So shout out to the SRO for taking immediate actions. You know, and teachers, be more aware. Be more aware when you report stuff. Don't say it might be. Know for sure. Know for certain that it's a firearm that the student have. Cause what if that cop, what if that SRO came up shooting? Then that student blood, that autistic student blood would have been on the teacher's hand that reported. That'd have been on your hands. That'd have been blood on your hand. Then that'd gave his family reason to sue you for not making certain that he had a firearm, not a video game system in his hand. That's something to think about. That's something to really think about right there. I gotta hear that later. Man. 50 Cent doing big thing. What a G Unit building in Sherbert, how you say it? Shreveport, Louisiana. Hey, 50 Cent doing big thing. Y'all play with it now. Sleep on 50 Cent if you want to. Sleep on him if you want to. But 50 doing his thing. And as always, they're gonna grab a bunch of okay. This incredible police officer gave a group of kids 10 full seconds to grab whatever they wanted and promised to pay for it. And he actually did. We definitely need more people like him in the world. I like that. He gave them 10 seconds, 10 seconds to grab whatever they want. And he paid for it. That's what's up. And of course, you know, as kids, they can want a bunch of junk food, chips, candy, little juices, little nonsense. You know, typical kids stuff. Typical kids stuff. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now I just see an officer doing something good for the community. You know, that's what's up, man. I respect that. I remember I was in jail. One of the staff members working in the kitchen named Mr. E. He bragged about how his wife passed away and all his kids are grown, have their own businesses and whatnot. You know, so he just sitting around making all this overtime, making big money. His future secured, and it be like anytime he out and about and he see a single mama, a single woman with kids, and the kids ask for stuff, and she say, "I ain't got it right now," he'll go ahead and pay for it. You know what I mean? Because he got money to blow. You know, and I respect that. You know, there's people like that in the world. I don't think I could ever be that kind of person. Just give away my hard-earned money for no reason. But I mean, it's still people like that in the world. You know what I mean? It's good to know that people like that still exist in today's society. I'll read that later. I'll read that. What's good? What's good? 12's in the chat. What's good? You know, I'm just sharing my thoughts on little different topics on that I'm interested in on Instagram. You know, so we had a good Wednesday night. That's a good basketball game. What the world? Damn, your baby a year old already? What the? Where has the time gone? I don't normally promote stuff like this or share stuff like this, but how can I put this in words? King T.I. son got his son is a 1 year old, 1 years old. You know, I mean, I don't condone it. You know what I mean? You know, I was raised different. Like I was telling some coworkers a couple nights ago at work. You know, two people on my job, two female about to go on maternity leave, and they bragging about, oh, I got a baby, I'm about to have a baby. They excited and everything. And I'm like, I wasn't excited. I wasn't excited. You know what I mean? They felt that my congratulations was too dry. And I told them why. Because nowadays, it's a big deal to have kids outside of wedlock. You know, when I had kids in the 90s and 2000s, their dad sits you down and talks to you like, look here, what you gonna do? You either gonna marry my daughter or you gotta get the F on. You know what I mean? I got 3 kids, and out of 3 kids, 2 of them got engagement ring. You know what I mean? 2 of my kids' mom got engagement ring from me. You know what I mean? And nowadays you see like it's normal to have kids outside of wedlock. It's normal to get pregnant by a man and he don't put a ring on it. It's normal to have baby showers and the dad is nowhere to be found. That's normal activity today. But me, when I had kids, 2 of my kids' mom, I would there through the whole process. Baby shower, that's when I met her whole family at the baby shower. You know what I mean? Not at a baby shower, that were females, her homegirls and family. No, I was there to meet the family. That's when the woman introduced the man, the father of the child, to the family. You know what I mean? The upbringing nowadays is totally different than what it was when I was younger. I had my first child at 20 years old, 2000. 2000. And who gave me a speech? My first child, his uncle, and the dad. His uncle, which is his mother's brother, and their dad sat me down on 2 different occasions. Look at, broke down to me what the Bible say about marriage and having kids outside of wedlock. See, that kind of teaching not getting done no more these days. You know what I mean? So that way I had a heads up. And then with my second child, when I found out his mom was pregnant, you know what I mean? Same thing. A co-worker that I was real cool with that working with me at McDonald's in 2000, I'm gonna say 2004, because he was born in 2005, 2004. When that co-worker named Nina found out I got a baby away, don't you know what? I 2 to 3 days later, she came to me with a 5 subject notebook. She came to me with a 5 subject notebook on my break in the break room. Just walked in the break room, closed the door with just me and her now, turned the TV off, and like, look, this is everything the Bible say about marriage. This is everything the Bible say about marriage for the man and the woman. That's why I take it so serious. That's why I take it so serious because of that. It's sad to see that everybody out here having kids outside of wedlock and and got parents that should know better. Yeah, they got parents. A lot of kids, King, come on now. King, yes, T.I. and China got kids outside of wedlock from different people. But they also got it right at the same time. And that kind of preaching should have been done all the way up. Like I do to my kids. Look here. Do not make me a grandfather until you get your shit together. I can tell my kids just like that. Do not make me a grandfather till you got everything in order. Your own place, your own transportation, good credit. If you're not stable in life, don't make me a grandfather. I preach that to my kids every time we talk on the phone. Every time. I don't care how good that person is to you. Do not make me a grandfather till you got your things in order. And it's just that simple. Because I don't want to be part of that. More kids outside of wedlock. Yes, the Bible says multiply the world, be fruitful. But he wants you to be fruitful and multiply the world through marriage. Not more baby mama, baby daddy nonsense, more baby mama, baby daddy drama. No, that ain't what it is. That is not what it is. I won't raise like that. Like I tell people this all the time. I won't raise with all that drama. I got 2 kids' moms that go have a luncheon once a week right now. Like till this day, for the last 10 some years, last 10 plus years. My first child was born in 2000. My second child was born in 2005. You know what I mean? Them two live a good, I'm gonna say the most from here to here. I'm gonna say the most a good 10 to 15 minute drive from each other. That's how close they live. You know what I mean? So they go out to lunch together on a regular basis. Yes, on a regular basis. Ain't no drama. With never no fighting, all that disrespectful stuff. Me and my kid, when we get mad, you call them baby mama and baby what? Baby daddy. I'm not no. That them are terms are for deadbeats. The term baby mama, baby daddy, those are terms you use for deadbeats. I'm far from a deadbeat father. I'm far from a deadbeat father. I say all that drama you see nowadays, I won't raise around that. I won't raise around that nonsense. And people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that, but everybody won't raise the same way. I won't raise with all that drama. Hmm. Men saying, if I can't sleep with you, I ain't gonna take care of my child. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. You know what I mean? No, I wasn't raised like that. You know, just being real. What's going on in the world today is crazy. It's real crazy. It's real crazy and sad to see. That's why I continue to preach to my kids: do not make me a grandfather until you are stable, until you have yourself together. Then I got a 25-year-old and two 20-year-olds, and guess what? They ain't got no kids. Believe that. Believe that. I ain't gonna say all the props go to me, but hey, I sure put that knowledge in their head. Do not make me a grandfather until you get your shit together. No ifs and buts about it. I tell a lot of these young cats that I work with, I bought a shotgun with it. Like, what? A shotgun with it? What is that? I tell them a lot about their upbringing. If you talk to some of these 20 year olds out here nowadays, they don't know what a shotgun with is. That should tell you about their upbringing. You know what I mean? That should tell you about their upbringing. But like real talk. That's something to think about. Like I talk to one of my sons all the time about marriage and whatnot because he in an environment where he been watching his grandparents' marriage for the last 25 years. He been watching his uncle marriage for the last 25 years. And I'm 45. I've been watching their marriage, his grandparents and uncle marriage. I've been watching both marriages since 99. 99 is now 2025. That's why I'm unaware. That's why a lot of this new millennial bullshit is going on nowadays. I don't give into it because what? That wasn't what I was taught. I can name so many couples that been married since the 90s and still happily married today. Since the 90s. My first foster home, when I was 6 years old, 86. They were married from 86 to 2023. That's when the wife died. Hmm? That's how long I was observing their marriage. I can name more couples the same way that I've been observing that marriage life all my life. I've been observing that all my life. And not many can say that. It's not many people say that. They got friends that they known over 20 years that been married majority of their whole 20 years. It's not many people in the world that can say that. That's why I don't give into a lot of this bullshit going on nowadays in the world. Excuse my French, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real with y'all. That's a subject I always touch on. That's why when I see these posts, all these celebrities that came from the bottom, like T.I., Tiny didn't come from the bottom, but T.I. came from the bottom. Meaning drug dealer being a drug dealer into what he turned into today. You know what I mean? The only thing in my mind, I wonder how he feel to be a grandfather and your son following your footsteps and had a child outside of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that really make you think. Cause I want my kids to do better than me. Don't have kids outside of wedlock. Get your shit together, then you worry about having kids. Just that simple. What's good to whoever's in the chat? Happy Wednesday night. I'm looking for more articles to share my thoughts on Instagram. I always better. You okay? You on that too? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of posts about Cardi B doing all kind of stuff to promote her album around New York and everywhere she go. I like that. You know what I mean? Promote you. If you don't promote you, who will? By all means necessary, promote yourself. Like I used to do with my YouTube flyers. I haven't bought none in a long time. I might buy more down the road, but I'm also doing other things to promote my YouTube channel as well. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no rules. It's no rules on how far you can go to promote your album or whatever you're doing that you want to be successful. There's no rules. There's no limitations. You know what I mean? And this is a prime example. She on the subway promote her album. She's on the subway promote her new album. She's doing meet and greets and promote her album. Think about it. That should open your mind. Like, yo, celebrity can do all this A, B, C, D. Everybody can do the same thing. A, B, C, D, E. So forth, so forth. And just being real, just sharing knowledge. That's how I think when I see all this stuff on social media. That's how I think. I go to jail too. Oh, I don't know who he is. What's good? What's good? Whoever's in the chat. I'm looking for more articles. I'm looking for more articles. What the what? Yeah, that's an old video. Hmm. And this made me think. Here's T.I. in Dubai in a whole other country as a convicted felon in America. So that tells me if he can get his passport and go out the country, I know I can too. That made me want to look into some things right there. That really made me want to look into some things. T.I. in Dubai, and he got multiple felonies. Yeah, that make you think. Here's a post I like. If Obama could run again in 2020, would you vote for him? Yeah, I would definitely vote for him. If Obama could run again in 2028, yes, I would definitely vote for Obama to be in the White House again. Y'all tell me, would y'all vote for him or would you vote for Donald Trump? Because I saw a post going around saying if Donald Trump run again in 2028, would you vote for him? So who would you vote for, Donald Trump or Obama? Let me know in the comments. Hmm? That's like an old article on this. That's an old. I might start sharing updates and whatnot on the Epstein case, cause I'm interested in that. I'm very interested in that. I'm very interested in that as well. I might start doing updates on that as well. I know that's a big topic in the world. I mean, just to see the comments, just to see what the comments will lead to on YouTube. What? Oh yeah, they tripping for real. They tripping. Okay, this article. The next Xbox will reportedly cost up to 1,200 in 2027. The next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high end, curated experience. It will cost up to $1,200. $1,200 for the next Xbox that's coming out 2027. That ain't gonna sell that good. I guarantee you. For me to pay $1,200 for an Xbox, it better be to play games from every Xbox made. Straight up, $1,200 for a video game system. $1,200 for a video game system, and then 3 days after you leave Walmart or Target or GameStop with it, it ain't worth that but $200 or $500. It better do some amazing things. You hear me? It better do some amazing things. It better be to play every Xbox game ever made. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. They doing too much for the price tag of these video game systems to be able to do what? Just play the games made for that particular Xbox? Nah, y'all got like twisted. Y'all got like twisted for real, for real. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it in the comment. Would you pay $1,200 for an Xbox in 2027? Would you pay $1,200 for an Xbox in 2027? The new one gonna be called Next Gen Console. It's going to be a very premium, very high end experience. I don't care how high end it is. What? I'm doing a YouTube video. Hmm? They added housekeeping to the Olympics. Come on, man. Are y'all doing too much? The 35th annual housekeeping Olympics were held in Las Vegas on November 10th, 2025. Wow. This part of the Olympics, they might well get Snip his platform to make the ghetto Olympics that he was talking about doing. Like, come on, man. America doing too much. Housekeeping, making housekeeping a part of the Olympics. They doing too much. They doing too much, man. They doing too much. They doing too much. But it's good to see they giving people opportunities to win medals for anything, you know? Oh wow. I mean, hey, let me see. I'm gonna share my thoughts on this. I'm gonna say that for a YouTube video. Certain topics I'm gonna speak on here on YouTube, and other topics I'm gonna share for a regular video. But how can I guess every state got different rules? I'm gonna say that for a regular YouTube video. Woman shows her 10-month transformation after her boyfriend broke up with her. She went from a big girl to looking good. How did she lose that stomach in 10 months? I have no clue, but if this is true, I give her props for looking good. That's her before the 10 months, that's her after the 10 months. I give her props. Look good. Look good. And when she would go in detail and say what she did to lose the weight, lose the stomach and everything, that's a lot of stomach to lose. Did she have surgery? You know what I mean? That's a lot losing 10 months. Wow. I'm gonna turn that into a YouTube video as well. How y'all feel about Ray J? Me, I feel like he's just seeking attention and being disrespectful to his OG status. You know, Ray J should be right there considered OG in the game, and all this young people bullshit he's doing. Here's an article that said Ray J says he still wants to be with Princess Love and go home despite saying he loves his new friend Sheila. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? You want to go home to your ex-wife or your wife that you're still legally married to, knowing you love another woman too? What woman gonna accept that, bro? Like all this bullshit he doing. to seek attention, cut it, bro. Cut it. You too old for that, man. You too old for that, bro. You are too old for that. You too old for that, man. You in your 40s, pushing 50, and still out here seeking attention. Come on, man. Stop. Cut the nonsense, Ray J. Cut the nonsense. Just being real. Cut the nonsense, Ray J. We understand your time is up. We understand you want to be violent nowadays, but you're going about it the wrong route, bro. You going about it the wrong way. You moving like you still in your 20s. You dead. I'm pretty sure you pushing 50 by now. You got to be pushing late 40s, early 40s right now, bro. You know your time is up, bro. Stick to making movies and find another way. He's doing a rap. Okay, let me check it out later. That sound like to get hit by the car. Oh, that's what they talking about. I've been hearing a lot about this article right here. I've been hearing a lot about this article on my night job with the young dudes I work with. Countdown begins. 53 days left until alien invasion. November 2025. Scientists warn humanity be prepared. So aliens about to come take over the world. Come on, man. But look here, we done heard it all. The time has been activated. So there are just 53 days left until what some experts and scholars are labeling a probable intra. Wow. So aliens about to take over the world in 53 days. 53 more days. So that's me sometime in 2026. 2026. It's already the 12th of November, and December had 31 days. So aliens will be taking over the world sometime 2026. Come on, man. Make this stuff make sense, man. Make this stuff make sense. Make this stuff make sense. Have y'all seen anything on that article? Have y'all seen anything on that article right there? I don't know if you can see it good or not, but have y'all heard anything about this? I know my coworker was sitting around talking about it every night while we working. I just shake my head and walk off. Like I just shake my head and walk off, literally. What are y'all thoughts on that? Aliens taking over the world in 53 days. Oh man. Hmm? And she crunk with it too. Look at her, she crunk with it though. I like that. But why is she being sentenced to death to that for that? These other countries out here got some crazy, crazy rules. Duval, Duval. I'm gonna say that. House passes bill to end longest government shutdown in history. Sends bill to Trump. So the House came to agreement. Now Trump had to sign off on it to end the shutdown. Let's hope Trump do what's right and get this out the way. You know what I mean? Let's hope Trump do what's right and get this out the way. You feel me? Let's hope. Let's hope. You know. I don't think he gonna sign it because Trump too focused on other countries. Trump too focused on helping other countries be successful before he help America be successful. That's just my opinion. Based on what I see in the news, that's what Trump doing. Trump is too focused on other countries, man. He too focused on helping them. What? Yeah, I gotta hear that. I damn gotta hear that song there. Wow. I don't know how true this article is. A mom with 22 children says she won't stop until she has at least 105 kids. This mom already has 22 kids, but says she's just getting started. Her goal to have 105 children in her lifetime. That gonna be a lot of kids. Her goal to have 105 children in her lifetime. She using surrogates and planning to expand her massive family every single year. Will you ever want a family this big, or is this just it's just that crazy? What? How would she keep up with the names of 105 kids? She want 105 children. How they? She ain't gonna have 105 kids in her lifetime. You know what I mean? Let's think from 18 to have 105 kids, having one baby per year, and without having triplets and whatnot. I don't think she was. I think she'd die before she achieved that goal. I literally think she would die before she have 105 kids. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it in the comment. I think she would die before she give birth to 105 kids. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that article. People have some weird goals in the world, man. That would be a crazy goal to achieve. 105 kids. Let me see what song he got on that. But that's all I want to share for today. I'm just sharing my topics on different social media videos and content on Instagram. And I always do it for an hour, and got 1 minute to go. If y'all like this live stream, take a moment to subscribe, leave me some comments. Go run my views up on my videos. I got over 10,000 videos. 10,000 videos on YouTube. That's a lot of content. That's a lot of content I did. You know what I mean? And I just uploaded 10 YouTube shorts today. I should have did 5, but I did 10 on my off night. So now I'm about to go get off live stream, go do some studying for an hour or two, and try to be asleep by midnight. That's the goal. Be asleep by midnight at the latest. No later than midnight, I'm staying up. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed this time. You know, social media really give me a lot of topics to do YouTube videos on. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff going on in the world that I'm thankful to have a platform like YouTube to share my thoughts on. So I'll see y'all next week.